Hey, welcome back. In the last video, we organized Current's API into clean router modules. But there is still a problem. API keys, database URLs, and model names are scattered across the codebase, sometimes hard-coded directly into the functions. That's a security risk and a maintenance nightmare. In this video, we fix that properly using Pydantic-Settings. By the end, all of Current's configuration will live in one place, be type safe, and be easy to override in the tests. Look at the three code blocks on the right. In dependencies.py, the API key is literally typed out as a string in the source code. In router/documents.py, the OpenAI key is hard-coded in the function. In database.py, the full database URL including username and password is hard-coded. Each one has a comment saying hard-coded, which is exactly the problem. On the left, you can see three consequences. Secrets get committed to Git. Changing any configuration means tracking it down across multiple files, and there is no clean way to use different values for development, staging, and production environments. All three of these go away with Pydantic-Settings. Look at the top diagram first. Your .env file and environment variables feed into Pydantic-Settings, which loads and validates everything automatically and hands your app a typed setting object that's ready to use. Then look at the how it works flow at the bottom. Step 1. You define setting class with type fields. Step 2. Pydantic-Setting reads value from environment variables automatically. Step 3. If a variable isn't in the environment, it falls back to your .env file. And step 4. If a required value is missing from both, it raises a clear error before your app even starts. That last step is important. You want to know about the missing config at startup, not halfway through a request. That last step is important. You want to know about the missing config at the startup, not halfway through a request. Now, creating settings look exactly like a Pydantic model because it is one. Inherit from base setting instead of base model and declare each config value as type field. Look at the class API key, database URL, and OpenAI API key have no defaults. They are required. If they are missing, the app won't start. That's intentional. Debug defaults to false, OpenAI model defaults to GPT-4o, Qdren port defaults to 6333. The config inner class at the bottom tells Pydantic-Settings where to find the .env file and how to read it. Qdren port is declared as int even though environment variables are always strings. Pydantic-Setting converts it automatically. Now, to use settings safely across the app, wrap the setting constructor in getSettings and decorate it with LRU cache. Look at the top block. GetSetting is a function that returns settings. LRU cache means it only runs once. Every subsequent call returns the same cached instance instead of rereading the .env file. Now, look at the verify API key below it. It takes setting as parameter using depends. It takes settings as a parameter using depends getSettings. The hard-coded string is completely gone. The comparison now reads from setting.api_key and at the bottom get_llm_client does the same thing. To use settings safely across the app, wrap the setting constructor in the getSettings and decorate it with LRU cache. Look at the top block. GetSetting is a function that returns settings. LRU cache means it only runs once every subsequent call and returns the same cached instead of rereading the .env file. Now, look at the verify API key below it. Takes settings as a parameter using depends getSettings. The hard-coded string is completely gone. The comparison now reads from settings API key and at the bottom get LLM client does the same thing. Setting OpenAI API key instead of hard-coded strings, change the .env file, restart, and every part of app picks up the new values. So, this is where everything comes together for testing. Look at get test settings. It creates a setting instance with test values directly passed in. Test API key, SQL test database, test OpenAI key. Then, the one line below it, app dependency override get settings equals to get test settings. That single line tells FastAPI to use get test settings everywhere get setting is normally injected. For the entire test session, the test below it hits /documents with the test API key and assert a 200. No production values are ever touched. No .env files are modified. No risk of hitting real OpenAI endpoint. This is how you build test suite you can actually trust. So, a quick recap. Never hard code secrets in your source code. Use Pydantic-Setting to load configuration from the environment variables and .env files. Your setting class gives you typed validated config that fails loudly if anything is missing. Wrap it in LRU cache and expose it via depends so every part of your app gets the same setting instance. And in tests, use dependency override to inject test config without touching .env file or environment variables. In the next video, we cover lifespan, how to load shared resources like ML model and database connection when your app starts and clean them up when it shuts down. See you there.